Hello and welcome to Couture Conversations. Today we're diving into some of the biggest beauty and skincare trends blowing up on social media. What makes this conversation interesting is that we're looking at these trends from all different perspectives. I'm your host, Lindsay, lead esthetician at Couture Med Spa. Today we have Daimie, who's one of Couture's estheticians, bringing the professional skin health treatment-based view. And we have Claudia, our practice administrator, bringing the consumer perspective. What looks appealing, what's confusing, and what people are trying in real life. This isn't about calling trends right or wrong. It's just fun, real conversations about what we're seeing online and how we actually really feel about them. Daimie, Claudia, welcome.
Hey.
So, you both love TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah. All kinds of trends that we see on there. Do you see a lot of skincare trends on your TikTok?
Yeah.
A lot of different social
All the
media things?
time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to try this. I need to see if it works. I need to go straight on Amazon and purchase anything.
She will buy anything. Oh my gosh.
Do you buy from TikTok Shop or do you buy it?
I do, but I'm like, it takes too long. So
Yeah.
I need
forever.
I go on Amazon. I'm like, I'll have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I'm always like, let's see if I can find the same
Yeah.
thing on. I get it. So we all get caught up in the social media trends. Do you have a lot of clients who come in that say, I saw this on TikTok
All
or I
the
saw this on
time,
social media?
every day. And they're like,
Some things are like foolery. I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
What's the wildest thing you've heard? Can you think of something?
I think
Definitely. No, you go first.
I think the wildest thing I've heard, maybe, okay, definitely like microneedling on the face is crazy.
At
like the
home.
depth that they go to.
Yeah, the
And-
at-home kits.
Yeah, the at-home stuff. Like then they bring it up to like their scalp to help with
Yeah. Oh,
hair
yeah.
growth. I'm like, guys, no. Like that's actually, and like they reuse it. It's like not sanitary. I think that's like the craziest one because like deep in their skin.
Yeah, definitely any like laser treatments. Anything that's laser or like needles at home, like, no, I don't trust that. And they have like no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just do it. I saw it on TikTok. Like,
Yeah. I saw.
okay.
I see on TikTok, I didn't list this on one of our trends that we were talking about, but I've seen people talk about like doing like neurotoxins and
Yes.
like
They
Sculptra.
buy it off like
It's
the-
not
my
real.
God.
They
So
buy it off the black market.
yeah, and like do it themselves. I'm like,
No.
We do
Please
have
don't do
clients
that.
that do that. I'm like, no, it's scary.
please go to a professional for those.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the first ones we're going to be talking about is slugging. So for anyone who doesn't know, slugging is applying a thick occlusive layer, usually something like Vaseline or an occlusive balm, over your skincare at night to help seal in moisture and prevent water loss. So what are your thoughts on slugging?
Okay. I guess you can say I do a variation of it because I like to use more of like a barrier cream at night. But I can't get behind Vaseline like on the face. I can't. Like the oil and it's like trap in like any bacteria and I just wake up congested. I don't know how they're like, oh, my skin looks great because my skin looks disgusting.
I agree. I could never do that. I would break out so bad.
It's just oil. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah. It's definitely not, I wouldn't say the best for like acne prone skin. I'm kind of like you said, like a variation of slugging, like using a really like, so like our TNS serum, my treatment cream, something that has a lot of like rich emollients in it that are going to like lock in moisture. I will say there are some people that I think doing like a really, especially if they have a really compromised barrier, doing as long as you have to cleanse your skin really, really well first, and put on some sort of hydrating serum, putting a very, very thin layer of like a Vaseline or an Aquaphor or something. If their skin feels really chapped, like I had a client who, she was up north somewhere, like in like Colorado or somewhere, so like really, really cold, and her skin was almost like windburned, like chapped, something like that.
Right.
It's great for it. It's just gonna lock that in. It's not gonna let any of that moisture escape. But you have to wash it off in the morning. You have to make sure you're getting it really clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just like in normal daily like night or nighttime, I guess, like skincare, I probably would stick for more of like a richer moisturizer. Also, you don't ever want to do slugging with like Vaseline or something with like active ingredients.
Right.
I think that's the hard part.
Yeah, like I have clients who are like, oh yeah, just do my tretinoin and then like Aquaphor on top. I'm like, no, please don't ever do that
And then they'll tell you their skin's very sensitive. I'm super sensitive.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is why. They're like, oh, because I'm peeling so much. I'm like, it doesn't, no. It's like, you still can't do that.
Is it bad to use both together?
Yeah, you don't want to, so like when you're using like a tret or something, it is very like active on the skin. And then if you're sealing that in there, it's going to just make it penetrate like even deeper, which for some things, you're like, oh, I want it to penetrate deep. Tret works on the surface of the skin. Yeah. So it can just make it way more active and they're going to get more irritation, more like that like sensitive type feel. So you don't ever using like TNS ceramide treatment cream or something that's like a good balmy something is great for hydration, but you don't want to like seal it in like slugging with it. You want to do more just very like hydrate, like a hyaluronic type ingredient if you're going to do any type of slugging. But again, just make sure you really wash your face off.
Double cleanse.
Yeah. And also I feel like, I just thought of this, like, I feel like they get on your pillow.
Like in your hair and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not doing very much. It's just annoying, I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. So slugging, that's it.
Yeah. We got to a good start.
I feel like a lot of people, so the next one we're going to talk about, I feel like a lot of people do slugging with this. So skin cycling. So skin cycling is rotating your active ingredients on specific nights. So for example, an exfoliation night, a retinol night, a recovery night, to minimize irritation and maximize results. I feel like some people add like a night of slugging into like their skin cycling. What are your thoughts on skin cycling?
So first, when like skin cycling became a thing, I would think I was just becoming like an esthetician, and I didn't understand it. Like I had to like search it up so many times, like what even is skin cycling. And then once I became an esthetician and started doing treatments and really started doing skincare, especially more medical grade skincare, I don't feel like there needs to be different days where you're doing different stuff. I feel like if you have something good that's working, you have your routine, like your corrective, your hydrator, all that stuff. I don't need to be switching through like a niacinamide or a salicylic acid. I think working with what you know and having like your steps, like hydrator, corrective, whatever, and then like your moisturizer works the best for me and my clients. So I really still don't understand skin cycling, to be honest. I'm like, why am I going to switch all these, like have 10 different products and do it once or twice a day? I feel like it's kind of like in the gym, like you work out one thing once a week. I don't really feel like you're getting much help from it. So I don't know. That's my opinion on skin cycling.
Yeah, I didn't really understand it either. And I get very overwhelmed easily. So when I hear like you need like all these different products for all these different nights, I'm like, oh no, baby. Like,
just set yourself out like a list of like what day.
At that point, I'll get so overwhelmed. Like I'm not doing anything. Like I'm someone like the minute I get overwhelmed, like I'm done with everything. Like so when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is a bit much for me. Like I'm not doing this.
It's like that is not my routine.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'd be stressed.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Daimie. I think skin cycling got its start with, in my mind, I have no idea. I think it kind of got its start with like tret.
Okay.
Where, I'll tell my clients, and you're probably the same way, like if you're new to it, if you're just starting it out, like you only want to use it like 2 nights a week, to get your skin used to it, to tolerate it. Yeah. When we talk to them about like exfoliants, you don't need to exfoliate every single day. Maybe use an exfoliant a couple times a week. I think that's just general skincare. And I think skin cycling kind of just like took that to the next, like, oh, well, what if we do this? Where it's really just kind of a skincare routine. Yeah. But I agree with you. I think our skin loves consistency. And like you said, I liked the analogy of like, if you're going to the gym, like if I do my arms one day and I don't do it again for another week, like I'm not going to see at least the results I'm looking for as quickly. I think and I agree with you. I think it's very confusing.
Yeah. And I feel like people that already don't have a lot of knowledge about like skincare, like that's just like too much for them. Like,
I don't even know who came up with the term skin. I think it's everything we just do already, and then they kind of have to like make it like a trend. So like, I'm gonna skin cycle, and like, you're already using a cleanser, an exfoliating cleanser 2 to 3 times a week. That's nothing different.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's what most trends are. It's things that we do all the time, and people are just like, I need a new trend to talk about. Like even slugging, like that's a very normal thing, especially when you're like wound healing. You put like an occlusive layer over top. Like it's a normal thing. Someone just came up with a fun name for it, and now it's a trend.
I when I saw that trend, I was like, what is going on? And it was a lot too, like, a lot of younger girls doing like that slugging, like, oh, I'm gonna put a whole like aquaphor like layer on my skin, or even there was this one that was like using some moisturizer and like putting a layer of it on your nose, and it's gonna take off like sebaceous filaments. I'm like,
oh, I've seen those videos.
Yeah,
I've seen those videos. I'm like, I want to buy one to try it just to see what it's like. Do I think it's taking out your sebaceous filaments? Exactly. Get a good oil cleanser.
So I'm like, no, it's not. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I see those videos all the time though. They just like massage it around. I'm like, what? I don't know what are they doing? What is that? I know. All right, so hypochlorous acid.
Love.
Yeah. So hypochlorous acid is a gentle anti-inflammatory ingredient that helps calm redness and support skin barrier. It's also naturally produced by the body's immune system. So it has gained a lot of popularity. We carry hypochlorous acid spray at Couture. There's a lot that are out there. It is very popular. What are your thoughts on hypochlorous acid?
I love it. And I remember when it became viral. And I remember the esthetician, the Dallas, I think, esthetician, she was using, and especially specifically the Hydrinity one. And everyone was like, what is this? What is this? What is this? And then when we brought it on, it was perfect because you could also use it post-treatment for that redness, that healing. So when it just kind of really came full circle, like in the treatment room, and I loved it already because I actually knew what it was, and I knew that it worked. So I was like, finally a trend that is like, I could get behind. And I remember her using, I'm like, what is that spray that she's using? And she would talk about how it's like, we're going to kill all the bacteria in your skin, help with redness, and just kind of did everything. She used like hand sanitizer for your face, like those analogies. And I was like hooked. I'm like, oh, I need this. And then I literally think 2 weeks later, we brought it into like Couture. And I was like, oh, perfect. Like,
yeah,
have a discount on it now.
Yeah, literally. Daimie got me one for my birthday, like before we had it at Couture. And I loved it. So then once we brought it on at Couture, now I use it all the time too.
Yeah. I mean, I love a good face mist in general. So the fact that it's just a spray, I'm like.
And it feels so nice.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know if everyone does this, but I feel like you can put it over like makeup and stuff too. Like it's fine.
Yeah. You can put it.
Like my makeup come off or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always tell clients, like, if you're going to the gym, they're like, I feel always so, like, I break out from the gym and, like, I don't have time to, like, do my skincare routine before I go to work. I'm like, here, like, put this in your car, put it in your work bag. You could just mist it throughout the day, and, like, it's going to give you a whole reset.
Yeah, it has so many uses. Like you said, we use it post-procedure, which is amazing. But like you're talking about going to the gym, I tell all my gym people, I'm like, you need this. Put this in your bag, especially too, like when especially like if you get like any breakouts like on your back or like the chest area where we sweat. I know a lot of people struggle with that. But even after you're done at the gym, most people aren't going to bring their whole like face wash and everything to the gym. Just spray it with that real quick. Spray it down, get on the bacteria off, do your skincare when you get home. But it's so versatile. You can use it on cuts, you can use it on scrapes, you can use it on bug bites, you can use it on wounds, like anything. I have clients that use it on and my phone just like, my dog had like a scratch, like put some Hydrinity.
Yeah, I
put some hypochlorous acid on it.
I use it for everything. I like sometimes even like spray my phone because I know it's gonna like
disinfects it.
Yeah. So I love that. Was like the first trend. I'm actually like, okay, now we're kind of talking about, and it wasn't even a random person. I think it was someone who was like knowledgeable, and she kind of made it a thing. And I think already like Hydrinity was such a good brand to bring into because it was like wound care, wound healing, and that's a lot of what we do is like post care, post treatment. So I still use it to this day, and I don't think I'll ever not use it.
Yeah, I can't go without it.
Yeah.
Hypochlorous acid, that one's a must. All right. Beef tallow. So beef tallow is using rendered animal fat as a moisturizer, promoted as all natural. What are your thoughts, Daimie? I can see it in the face.
I was so confused because I saw videos of like people rendering beef tallow, and I'm like, what are they using this for? And then people were putting it on their face, and I got scared because it's literally fat that you're putting on your face, and you're going to be so congested after. Like, I can't imagine it working. Like, I've never tried it. I don't think I'll ever try it, but I was genuinely scared. Like, that became a trend because even watching the video, people like rendering the fat made me never want to use that. And at first I'm like, oh, it's like bone broth. Like I even know like bone broth's becoming such a big thing. I'm like, oh, it's like feed it to your dog or whatever. And I'm putting it on their skin and it's oil. It's like literally oil. And I just feel like the bacteria and like, also, where are you getting this beef tallow?
The black market.
The black market.
From my smoker out back after my husband's made a brisket.
Like, what are you like making some bacon and then taking the fat and like rendering it? Like, there's just no way like you could really like sanitize like this beef tallow. No way.
Yeah, no. That terrified me. I'm too scared to put Vaseline on my face. I'm not putting beef tallow on my face.
You're not going to take it to the next level?
No. I just cannot imagine like the amount of acne I'd wake up to if I did that.
Yeah.
I just know. That'd be bad.
Yeah. Daimie and I had this conversation not too long ago, and I had a client not too long ago. She's so sweet. She always has really dry skin. And I hadn't seen her in a while for a facial, and she came in and she was, we're talking. She was like, yeah, I started using beef tallow on my face. And I was like, okay, I'm never going to be the one that's going to go right into me like, you shouldn't use that. I'm like, okay. Like, she's like, my skin just feels really hydrated. And I was like, okay. It's one thing with beef tallow too, is it's a completely different pH than our skin. So it really can mess with like your barrier over long-term use. Yeah. When you first put it on, I've never tried it. I'm not putting that on my face, but, just knowing like what it is, it's a lard. So it's going to be like hydrating in a sense that, you might at first feel really hydrated, but long-term use of it, it's going to disrupt that skin barrier. It's going to irritate the skin, and it is going to congest those pores. But anyway, so I was just, letting her know. I was like, okay, I want you to pay attention to your skin. Like, if you feel like you start to notice more breakouts or you see any changes, like, and I explained to her about the pH of the skin and everything. And I was doing her extractions, and she normally has really like dry skin, so her pores are really tight. I normally don't have to do a lot of extractions because her skin's really dry, which is normal. And I was like I'm like, oh, she had a lot more sebaceous filaments this time. And I didn't say anything, I'm just doing my thing. And she's like, I feel like you're doing a lot more than you normally do. And I was like, I am. Like, you have a lot more congestion in there, and you could just see like the oil buildup in the nose and in the chin. And that's the only thing different that she has done. And she was like, do you think it's from that? And I was like, it's a very big possibility. Like, that it's such a big molecule that is then just like a fatty molecule that's sitting on top of the face. It's not going to penetrate in your skin to do anything. It's just going to sit there. And if you're using like, a cleanser and stuff, especially if you're not using a really good cleanser, it's not going to get all of that out of there. And so Daimie kind of said it when she said that, but I was like, do you know what beef tallow is? And she's like, I mean, not like, I know it's, from like a meat or whatever, like it's, she's like, but I don't really know. And I was like, so beef tallow is from beef, but if you think of like bacon, when you're cooking bacon and it's cooking all up and frying up, and then you just see all the fat liquefied in there, like sitting in there, and then you take your bacon out, and if you let it sit and it like solidifies, I'm like, that's essentially what beef tallow is, but it's just coming from beef. It's all of the fat and everything from it that then gets down in there and then solidifies. I'm like, that's what you're putting on your face. Like, would you take the grease from bacon and just slop it on your face? And she's like, no, that sounds terrible. I'm like, that's essentially what beef tallow, like that's the same thing. It's just from a different, animal. And she's like, okay, I'm going to stop using that immediately. So we got her on a different moisturizer to help. But I think that there's so many other things out there that can hydrate your skin, that can be good for your skin besides putting animal fat on your face. I know some people who make like chapsticks out of it. Or if you have like really, really like dry elbows or something like that, like it still wouldn't be my go-to. We make lotions and moisturizers for no reason. But I could see it helping with that. But the skin on our face is so different. It's a different pH. It's so much more delicate. I can't imagine putting beef fat on my face. It's just not a trend I will ever get behind. I'm so sorry if you use it.
Like, we might
no
put
hate,
them out
but
of production.
Or, go get a facial and have them do a deep cleanse and see how much is still sitting in there. But all I can think about is like, my husband makes beef brisket and it's amazing. And we literally put a tray underneath of it and it drips the fat, and we save it and we like cook with it But like, I would never in my mind be like, let me just lather that on my face.
Yeah. No, it's scary.
It's not a trend I'm going to get behind. So sorry.
And I like how when they tell you something, you're so good because you're like, oh, they could see the immediate horror on my face. I'm like, no. I educate, obviously, but they could like, and I think they kind of like that honesty. I'm like, are you kidding me? I have all my clients that they're like, when they bring up a TikTok trend, I just bought this. I'm like, you did what? Like, go return it right now. I cannot hold it in I can't.
Go get your money back and I'll show you what's going to be better.
And I'll show you what's better. And you're probably going to save money in the long run and time, like going now to put this back. But they're immediate. I'm like, stunned at the things that they tell me, and now they know. They're like, I'm gonna tell you something, but like, don't be mad.
Don't be mad.
I'm like, I just saw you 2 weeks ago. Yeah. What have you done?
Yeah, what have you done? TikTok. That's what they've done in that amount of time. They've watched people.
Yeah.
I know. All right, so beef tallow is a no for us, all across the board. All right, so dupes culture. So a dupe is finding a cheaper product online that claims to mimic luxury or medical grade skincare.
This one's hard because there are really great dupes out there, but I really haven't found a lot of them for medical grade skincare, honestly, in my opinion. I remember when it was like COVID time and like The Ordinary became a thing, and it was just like all these acids for like $7, and people were putting like this peel, like that red peel.
Yes.
You remember? And I was like, and this is when I, again, just starting like esthetician school, and I was like, I may not be an esthetician yet, but I know that's not good for you.
No, there's like a recall on it.
Oh.
Is there really?
That's what I saw it on TikTok.
No.
Our news source says.
Yeah. TikTok. All my information comes from there. Yeah. But it's like, there's no way, like, and then if you read the ingredients list, and then it's like, it's actually just nothing. So I think that kind of started like the culture of like dupes, especially like I came from luxury like cosmetic sales, and we were like Clinique, Estee Lauder, like Lancome. That's what you were buying, and I can't believe like those are even considered dupes now. But I was still, when people are like, oh yeah, I like use my like Clinique wash, I'm like, okay. Well, it's she's like, well, it's like $50. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Even price doesn't matter. So I think dupes, depending on if you're doing something corrective or not, kind of scare me. I have to do a lot of research and have to really try it. But I think overall, I'm going to stick to my medical grade skincare.
Yeah, I feel like there's very few dupes that can like compare. And I feel like you get what you pay for. Like, you can't get a dupe and expect it to do the same thing as what we have in the spa.
Yeah, I always tell my clients, because I very much, like you said, and kind of, you know, there are some good dupes out there. There are good over-the-counter products. Like, I think if someone really is on a budget, I would rather you be using something that is, I'd rather you still have a routine than not at all. But I think that there plays a big role in, so you brought up The Ordinary, and a lot of their products it's just like a one single ingredient type thing. So one, you're asking consumers to know what all of these ingredients are, how they work together, what they're supposed to be doing, and how to use them. I also think that it's very much formulation. Like, formulation plays a huge role. And my analogy that I use to my clients all the time is, you could hand me, so I don't even know a product to compare it to, but I could hand you one of our products that we sell in the spa, and you could hand me a product that is like an over the counter, and it has large majority like the same ingredients in them, but the formulation of that matters so much. Like, our skin is a protective barrier, and its whole goal is to keep stuff out. So when you're putting these products on your skin, they really have to have a delivery system and be formulated to get into the skin to actually make a change. And I always tell them, I'm like, it's the same as if I handed you all the ingredients to make Coca-Cola, and then you have like Coca-Cola and you have the real thing, is yours going to taste the exact same as what Coca-Cola does? You have all the same ingredients. You don't know how much is in there. You don't know what they do to the ingredients. You don't know how long it does whatever it has to do for, but it's the same ingredients. So it should be the same thing, right? It's a dupe. It's the exact same thing. Same as like if you buy Coke and then you buy what's like the store brand, like I don't even know what they're called. Like, yeah, like the, like name, like whatever, like the store brand.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, it doesn't taste like Coke. It's not the same. It's the same thing how it goes with skincare. Just because you have the exact same ingredients in something doesn't mean it's going to give you that same formulation. And just because a product has a certain ingredient in it, its final formulation. So all of the products that like we carry and that we use, their final formulation is tested and proven to do what it says it's going to do. Where just because I'll use like tranexamic acid because it's popular right now and it's great for pigmentation. Tranexamic acid itself as an ingredient has proven like, okay, it can help with pigmentation. But if you give me a product that says, oh, it has tranexamic acid in it, they can say, oh, it's going to help with pigmentation. But when it's in its final formulation, whatever else is in it, it might do absolutely nothing for you. Where the final formulation of the products that we carry are tested. So they know everything that's in it, what it's going to do, and what it's going to show. Yeah. I do think that there are some dupes out there that are, like you said, that they're good, they're fine, but they're not going to give you the same result.
Right.
So if you really can't afford, something that we're offering to you, you can find something that might have similar ingredients and you might see a little bit of difference. It might help you a little bit, but overall, it's probably not going to give you the same effectiveness as it is.
I think hyaluronics are a good one too, because I remember even hyaluronics becoming so popular. Everything had hyaluronic, whatever. And then when we brought in, like, I think Hydrinity is hyaluronic, and she came and talked to us about it. She was like, yeah, like the difference between this hyaluronic and whatever you buy, it's like how they press, the way that they press their hyaluronic. So it's even, now I like use that analogy a lot too, like, yeah, it's hyaluronic, but it's like also like when you get to that hyaluronic point, like how much hyaluronic is in there.
Yeah, because hyaluronic is when it is heated up,
right,
it breaks down. So like those chains break down when they get warm. So like you were talking about with Hydrinity, they do not use heat at all when they make theirs. Press, it's like a cold press. And so it doesn't break down any of those chains. So you're getting a better formulation. So they're both hyaluronic acid. It's great. They both have hyaluronic acid in it, but how they're formulated and what they use makes such a big difference.
Yeah. Even when we had Obagi, when the clients would be like, oh, I bought it at TJ Maxx. Remember how they would always be like, I found it at TJ Maxx.
I'm like, and I remember at this point, like Obagi had even like 2 different types of, I feel like lines or.
Yeah. Cause they have like Susan Obagi as well. That's like, they're more sensitive.
Right. And then like they had medical grades. And I'm like, okay. And like also then it's like, how long is it sitting on the shelf?
Yeah.
Too, like that's scary. I just think there's so many, I don't know. I feel like when you come and like you get a certain skincare or like even you're spending a little bit more money, I feel like you're spending a little bit more money for a reason. I think also has to do with research and like what works for you. I think Claudia's a good one because she's Neutrogena.
I used to love a good dupe.
Wasn't working for her.
It really showed.
Even like I tried, so for a brief moment, I tried the Ordinary. And because I know you bought it too through my recommendation.
What?
But I saw someone like they use their brown lash serum.
I didn't even know they had a brown lash serum.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it worked either.
Yeah.
It's like $9. Like, why not?
Yeah. She was
worth a try.
I heard it works so good.
Yeah.
No.
I've used like my Nusil one again for like a week now, and I've seen a bigger difference than I have in like the Ordinary one. So I think like there's just some things like you have to spend the money on, especially like corrective stuff. I get it. Maybe we're going to like save money on like a little bit of like a cleanser or a moisturizer. But if you're wanting to fine lines and wrinkles, even texture, like you're going to have to just spend a little bit more money because it's the type of acids or the ingredients that are going into the product. Like TNS isn't, TNS for a reason. Like there's a reason why like their growth factors, like what they were like the first.
Yeah, they were the first,
that started with growth factors. So like there's a reason why now that they're like the number one like corrective serum, anti-aging serum out there. So.
Yeah. And like you're talking about like when finding them at like Marshalls and stuff like that, because even if they don't technically have an expiration date on them, I think it's typically like a 2-year shelf life that most products will have. they've probably sat on a shelf somewhere for over 2 years and didn't sell.
Even 2 years is a long time.
It is, but they probably sat on a shelf for 2 years somewhere and didn't sell. So then they bring them. So the effectiveness of the product is
because then the
very
clients
questionable.
Come in, they're like, well, I bought this and it didn't even work. So like, I'm not going to get this because this isn't going to work.
Where'd you buy it from?
Yeah, TJ Maxx for $8.
And Amazon is, I always tell people too, I'm like, Amazon, be careful with Amazon because they sell fake stuff. I saw someone do a really good comparison. I have to see if I can find it. I think it was some Zeo products, and they had the real one and then the one that came from Amazon, and they look almost identical. But there's like a few little things that you can tell that are different.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you can get fakes they're selling dupes too.
Amazon selling dupes is crazy.
For full price.
They're scamming.
Yeah, for full price. And I'm like, don't buy your skincare from Amazon, please. No. Please.
You could tell. I think it's like if they have a store, like,
yes.
I think a couple, like if I buy something on Amazon, I make sure it's like the store.
Yeah.
But you can, cause saying like third party seller, I'm like, no, who's the seller?
Yeah.
You're getting it from like
China.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, Amazon will get you.
Yeah.
All right, so dupes. We're so on. There can be a few good ones, but... All right, so minimalist skincare. So minimalist skincare is using fewer products and simpler routines instead of laying multiple serums and actives.
I think it depends on who is your client, who is using these products. Because I know for myself in the morning, I tend to keep it a little bit more hydrating, sun protection. But at night, that's when I'm like using my corrective stuff or my preventative stuff, more of my actives. So I really think that one is just like, who is it? What's their commitment level? And I know a lot of people that don't cleanse their skin in the morning and they like get away with it. I can't. I have to cleanse in the morning because I just use all my stuff at night. So I really think that one is who. But if you're someone with acne, fine lines, wrinkles, and you're going more simple approach, you're probably not going to get the results that you want.
Yeah, I'm a minimalist. We all know. But I've gotten better.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's
like starting off slow. Like I went from not even using like a moisturizer to having like 4 steps in my skincare routine. So like that's a lot for me. And I'm like, I won't stay consistent with things if there's too many steps. So I've tried it. I've tried all the steps, and then I caught myself like, oh, this is too much. Like I quit. Like I'm done. So. I don't know. I like it. I feel like, again, like it depends on the person. Like my mom is the same exact way. My mom used to like not really like wash her face, but now she only has like Pavise and like TNS. Like that's like all she uses now. I'm like, okay, you went from using nothing to being like bougie. Like this is literally all she has in her bathroom.
Pavise and TNS.
Yeah, that's all she's obsessed with those. Yeah, like that's all. Like she loves it. Like she's noticed a big difference. Like same thing with her. Like I feel like you just have to start out slow and then see where it takes you.
Yeah. I agree. I think that I'm with you, Daimie. I think it really just depends on the person. I think it's great that there's a lot of skincare companies out there now that are focusing on like a minimalist routine and kind of like an all-in-one product. So like you mentioned Pavise, we've started carrying that one recently, and it literally has 4 products in its whole entire line right now: a cleanser, a daytime, a nighttime, and an eye cream. And honestly, I love their eye cream, but if you wanted to omit the eye cream and only have 3 products, you can put the products around your eye. I think it's great, and it's very effective, and it gives really good results. But I also, there's nights too, like you said, I love like my skincare is like my me time sometimes. And it's like my happy, like, so I like sit down at my little desk and I have all my little products, and I just, I wash people's faces all day. Like I want to take care of my face. So there's definitely nights that I sit down and I want to do my 10-step skincare routine, and I layer it all on and I love it. But I think there's a huge need for a minimalist routine. I think like you said, Claudia, being overwhelming. I don't want to overwhelm someone. I want someone who's going to be consistent with their routine. And I'd rather you use 3-4 products that you can be consistent with instead of giving you multiple different products that you're just not going to use and then you're going to not see results. But again, like what Daimie said, I think it really just depends on your client. And you have the people that they love all the different products and the different things, and it's kind of their time. But I think there is a huge need for a minimalist skincare routine, but a good quality minimalist routine.
Yeah. I guess that ties into dupes too, because you could have someone like getting like 6 dupes, but then you have Pavis where you're kind of doing all in once. Maybe you think you're spending a little bit more money, but then you're going to be committed to it. It's one cream. Like my mom just puts them on her bedside table, and she just does it like before she goes to bed.
I love it.
Yeah, because she knows like, okay, well, it's just 2 things I need to do. So I think that also ties into that too, because at least you're using one product. You know you're going to be committed. So yeah, you may think it's a little bit more extra money, but you know it's working, and you're not having a 7 lineup of like azelaic acid and niacinamide. And so
even like my mom before would use like, she had stuff from, like The Ordinary and Clinique and stuff, and I was like, throw this out, like we got to get rid of this. But now that, and like when she's using like she's using less products now, but I feel like she's getting like better results with Pavis and TNS.
You can get amazing results with a minimalist routine if you're using good products. Yeah, love it. All right, next one, glass skin. So glass skin is the trend of ultra smooth, luminous, poreless looking skin that gives almost a reflective look.
I try to do glass skin every day. And I think that's why I'm not a minimalist. Like I have like, I know there was like another trend. It was like 7 toners.
I did see that.
I did. I have those. I still have those 7 toners, and I still use them because I feel like I do get that glass skin with it. But I think it is just, consistency, just like everything else. But it makes me feel nice. So like, I feel like with that one, if the things that you're doing, you're kind of going to see like your results, especially like at night, if I'm doing all these toners or whatever. And I do, like, obviously you're going to be glowy, because to achieve glass skin, you have to use certain products like hydrators. And so I think it is more like you see it right then and there. So that's what I'm about, because I just like to look glowy like off the bat. So I really strive for glass skin. It's like my skincare routine.
I've tried it. I just feel like I'm so like oily. Like it makes me look even more oily. Like I don't love like the dewy look. Like I want like a matte. Like
yeah, there is always that big difference of people who love like a dewy, glowy, like you can see your reflection in your forehead look, and people who are like, get all of that off of me. I think that's a big thing. I feel like the trend of glass skin is just, I think it's unrealistic for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people get upset when they like have a facial and their skin doesn't look like that after. And it's like, that's not like Daimie said, that comes with consistency of like using quality skincare every day, getting treatments done, doing microneedling, doing your lasers. Honestly, the most I get glass skin is when I get my Dysport and my forehead's like frozen, and it's like, I get it from that. Like, I think it gives just like an unrealistic, I love a good glowy, dewy look too. But I think when you see some of these videos of people like after a facial or something with their like glass skin, I'm like, you just look like you have Vaseline on your face. So I think it just gives a little bit of an unrealistic expectation when it comes to like treatments sometimes. But I'm like you, I try and have like that glowy, dewy look, but some of the videos you see are
fake.
Yeah, it's like they have it's like a mirror on their face.
I think like glass skin also, like I remember it becoming trendy, and it was a lot of like the Korean skincare, and I'm like, they could just really like this could be like genetics, and like they have like a moisturizer on their face, and they have like so much stuff on their face, and like they're doing like that plump, and I'm like, yeah, it's because like obviously she has skincare on, but now we're just putting a whole new trend out there. I'm like, she's just doing her skincare routine, but I like the idea of glass skin. I strive for it.
Yeah. I like a good goal every morning.
Yeah, my goal is like I want to look. I actually I'm gonna have to make a TikTok on it, on like my 7 toner routine, because
I need to see what 7 toners you're using.
I think it does work, but it's just because I've been doing it for like 2 years now. So, and also like I think I do get glass skin, like skin pen.
Oh yeah.
Like right after. Oh, like the day after, I'm like, whoa, my skin is so like reflective. Like I love that. So I think it's just like, whether people want to look dewy or not, I think that's like the glass skin look.
Yeah. All right. So we'll combine these two together, but at home microneedling or at home dermaplaning in general, just kind of at home treatments, professional treatments being done by people at home.
Never. ever.
Yeah, I hate that. Do you remember the trend where people would spray that foam on their face and then take like the razor?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's like baby powder spray.
Yes, and then everyone's like, I'm like cutting myself, nicking myself. I have the worst breakouts the next day. That's what I think of.
Also, they're using like these facial razors and they're using them like 3 times. Yeah. And like, okay, that's also another reason why you're breaking out. It's not hygienic. You're not sanitizing anything. And it's not, I think dermaplaning, people are like, oh, I'm just shaving my face. No, it's like a deeper exfoliation. We're not just getting like those vellus hairs off, but we're getting any of like that dead skin, and it's just a deeper exfoliation. I think you can't do that with one of those facial razors. Like you can't. Every time I like convince a client, like, please. I love like they kind of like get them if they do a treatment, like when we just did Botox, because like, oh, I've been doing this at home, like, but I have it banked or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, perfect. This is the perfect time because you're gonna see such a difference. And they're like, oh, my skin never looks like this after when I do it at home. I'm like, yeah, because it's not a professional. And you're not doing it right.
Yeah, I feel like if you're not an esthetician, you should not have a razor on your face. Like, that truly scares me. I could never imagine going home and, like...
Same thing with microneedling.
Yeah.
Dr. Pen, if I hear someone say something about Dr. Pen one more time, I think I
bought
it on Amazon. Yes, it is. It's on TikTok. It's on Amazon. I'm
like, what is... I haven't even looked into it because I just know. I'm like, I will never use anything. Like, if a client's telling me Dr. Pen, and it's so hard. Clients that are like, oh, I'm doing Dr. Pen at home. It's so hard to switch them to do Skin Pen. I don't know why, but they're like, no, this is working for me, and it's so much cheaper. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Give it 2 years. Yeah. I'll see you back here.
Yeah, I agree. I think even I dermaplane myself at home, but I use like the blades that we use. And I'll be honest with you, I probably nick myself every time. It's hard to do yourself, like to do it correctly. It's hard. And there's so much sanitation that goes into it before doing a treatment. Like you were talking about with like the dermaplaning at home, those like little, they're made for your eyebrows, first of all, not for your whole face.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like little eyebrow razors is actually what they're for. But if you look at them, they're like jagged. Like they're not smooth. So when you're taking that across your face, it's just little micro tears like the whole entire way. Yeah. We use surgical scalpels. Like they are made to like cut very precise lines in surgery. They're very fine. It's very smooth. It's not going to tear your skin. Same with microneedling. The needles that are on what we have, like they are sterile needles. They're tested for up to 90 minutes to make sure they are staying sharp the entire time. Those needles start to dull, and when they dull, they're going to drag on your skin and create tears. And you're not going to see those right away. They're little micro injuries to the skin, but your skin's eventually going to start to not be able to like heal itself. So it's just, there's a lot.
Never. Yeah. I'm like, throw it away.
Yeah, don't do it.
I hate that.
There's professionals for a reason.
Yeah.
Promise you.
Yeah. Everyone wants to do something at home. And I'm DIY.
Do a face mask.
Yeah.
Face masks are great.
But not skin pen or not microneedling or dermaplaning.
Or your Botox or your injectables. Yeah. Stay away from needles and sharp things by your face.
Or anything on the black market.
Yeah. Stay off the black market.
So many clients, even like, we're like, oh yeah, I just get like my Botox, like black market.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and then when their friends get together and do it, they inject each other. I'm like, what?
I'm like, and even a trained professional. You know how many times I've had clients even too? They're like, yeah, I went to my dentist and they did my Botox and it came out wrong. Yeah. I'm like, maybe just stick to coming here for everything.
But like, I went to get cavity filled and I got Botox. I'm like, oh,
2 for 1.
Oh yeah, 2 for 1. I guess.
Okay, like they don't train for that, but sure.
All right, so last one. Face towels. So this is using single-use or dedicated facial towels to avoid bacteria transfer.
Love. Use them every day.
Yeah.
I like them. I need to be better. I don't use them every day.
Yeah. I like them. I think that if you can find affordable ones, I think they're great. I think they don't harbor bacteria. Do I think they're necessary? No, I think you can use a washcloth to dry off your face. Either one, just make sure you're using like a new washcloth every single night. I use like liquid like sanitizer when I wash like all my towels and stuff. So it sanitizes them. So if you have washcloths at home, do I think face towels are a necessity? Absolutely not. I think you can be just fine. Now, if you're using like a washcloth and you wadded up, damp, and you leave it sit in a corner and you reuse that same one every single day. Like, yeah, please don't do that. That's gonna harbor bacteria. But if you're using a clean towel, I think it's fine. Do I love face towels? Do I use them? Yes, I do. I love them. Those you can buy on Amazon. Those are fine. You can get those from Amazon. I found a dupe for there is a brand out there that's a name brand. And I was like, you know what, let me try these ones on Amazon. And they were like, you got double the amount and half the price still. And I like them. I like them a lot. They're great. So you can find affordable ones. So if it's something that you like, I think it's great. I don't think they're a necessity. I think you can do just fine using a clean washcloth or towel every day. But they're great. I think they're fine. So, all right. So final thoughts on TikTok trends for skincare.
Do your research.
Yeah. Research.
No black market.
No black market. Yeah. No TikTok shop.
No at-home treatments.
It's fun to watch, but
yeah.
I think if you're getting your skincare off TikTok shop, that's scary. Beef tallow. I don't even know who makes that. Like, I'm scared.
Some guy in his backyard smoking a brisket.
Are they like
He's making bank right now.
It's just like I could do it at home.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. That one was fun.
Yeah.
I liked it. If we missed any trends out there and you guys think of any, put them in the little comments and let us know. We'll do a part 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought of so many just talking about trends. I'm like, wait, and this one, and this one, and this one. Like, it's scary. A new trend comes out every week.
Yeah, always a new trend. So leave some comments in there, some trends you want us to talk about that we'll touch on. So do your research. Don't follow everything that's out there. There are professionals for a reason. Go see them. Go talk to them. They'll give you different alternatives. So today's conversation showed us just how same trends can look totally different depending on whether you're inside the treatment room or scrolling just like everyone else. Curiosity is great, but trends aren't inherently good or bad. What matters is understanding your skin and what works best for you. So enjoy scrolling on TikTok. Watch us on TikTok. You can find us on TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube, all of our social media channels. You can visit us at couturemedspa.com. Please like and subscribe and share these episodes with your friends. And again, leave us some comments. We want to interact with you guys. So if you find any more trends, let us know. Until next time, thanks.